Okay, we're gonna create Google Ads campaign without ever touching a keyboard. Are you ready for it? Let's go. Okay, here's the system we need before we get started. We need the latest ChatGPT voice, which is integrated into Codex. So just go ahead and download Codex. And then we need Adspire plugin to be installed inside Codex. We obviously need Google Ads Manager, and then we are gonna use a Chrome browser for the Codex to verify the Google Ads. So basically what we are going to do is we're going to get everything created with Codex, which is gonna be amazing. And then it's actually gonna do a visual QA of all the things we've just created. Here's the challenge. I'm not going to touch a keyboard. I'm just going to use my voice and guide the agent around how to set it up. There are a couple of more things we need. We need something like brand workspace for Adspire to work in. Brand workspace is essentially all the important documents about that brand. It could be previous conversions, keywords, product features, pricing, URLs of a company websites, all of those things, so that the agents can consume that and understand what is the best way to create that campaign. And obviously Adspire also knows the ads account details like campaign performance and previous keywords which are worked or not, but it's always good to have a really good brand workspace. You can give a lot of creative guidance to the agents around what is the best way to create. Okay, so I'm in Codex right now. As you can see, this is the newer Codex model. So make sure you are in the latest one. You can go back and check settings and version number. You should be on the latest Codex, which got released July 24, 2026. So that's the way to verify. If you have not already voice enabled, just make sure you're voice enabling it. Now that we have everything set up, what I'm going to do is I'll choose the project. Like I said, I already created this Insta 360 Luna Ultra project brand workspace. In this workspace, you just have basically .md files, couple of URLs and stuff like that. So it's not really that heavy. Now let's get started. Hey chat, we are about to create a Google Ads for Insta 360. This is a new product which got launched. So we're really excited about that. We need to go create brand ads for them. Can you go do some research on Insta 360 and also kind of open the browser to show some of its features and functionality, and then give me a plan on how you want to create the Google Ads campaign for it.
Sure, I'll check the product details and sketch a campaign plan. I found the 360's new Luna Ultra page open in the browser and sketched a launch plan around it, starting with brand search and sending each query to that page, then splitting non-brand campaigns by intent, adding a feed-driven shopping or performance max campaign, YouTube for launch awareness, and retargeting with bundles or accessories. Before we lock it in, what's the target country, budget, and price point?
Let's just focus on US, and then budget. I think we need to come up with a better budget, and maybe we reverse engineer it. But actually, before we jump into all of that, can you just explain how you're going to create, what tools are you going to use, etc. before we get started?
Sure, I'll outline the approach first. Here's the simple plan. A staged workflow. Nothing goes live or spends budget without your sign-off. First, I pull US search demand and intent from Keyword Planner, validate claims and pages against the product site, and estimate budget from price, margin, and target cost per acquisition. Down I draft the campaigns, build them, pause, and do a final browser check of targeting, budget, ads, and tracking before you approve. To reverse engineer budget, I just need your price, margin, or target CPA and the main US landing page.
I think you should be able to go get those things, right?
I'll pull the missing pieces together.
Perfect. What kind of plugins are you using for this?
I'll check on that, including what's possible and what isn't. I'm using the Adspire Google Ads integration to pull US keyword data, check tracking, and later build a paused campaign. I'm also using the official Insta 360 site to verify product details, pricing, and claims. The connected Google Ads workspace is available, and I won't create or activate anything until you approve the plan.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, by the way, one thing I did not show you guys is when you go to plugins, the important thing you need is the Adspire plugin needs to be installed. Once this plugin is installed, Codex is going to use the Adspire as a way to connect to Google Ads, Meta, LinkedIn, and all of these applications, ad platforms to launch ads and manage them. So this is the gateway, so make sure you are installing it before you get started. Okay, now let's get back to the video. All right, sounds good. Why don't you pull some keyword research and understand how we want to position the Insta 360 camera against our competitors like DJI Osmo 4. Essentially, DJI Osmo 4 is not live in US, so we want to kind of capture the market. So I want to make sure you are bidding for the most aggressive CPCs on the top of the search page and tell me what kind of a budget I should be setting aside. Think aspirational. We have a lot of marketing budget. I also want you to kind of think about like what kind of ad groups we should have in this campaign inside search. Should we raise website visits, conversions, signups, all the things you need to kind of think about. And while you're building it, just kind of walk me through your process.
Okay, I'll pull the keyword demand and competitor signals together. Given the US launch window, I'll center the model on Luna Ultra and treat the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 searches as the competitor gap to capture.
Okay, perfect. And tell me, how are you working with AdSpider throughout this entire process?
Let me check that detail.
I just muted it. As you can see, there is a allow AdSpider to run Google Ads, so it's asking for permission, so I'm going to allow it.
Quick update, Adspire found strong US demand around DJI Osmo Pocket 4, about 60,000 monthly searches, plus a broad set of related terms. I'm using it to separate brand, category, and competitor intent, and clean out misleading terms before we build anything.
Okay, awesome. Give me a view of the keywords you have pulled. I want to make sure that you're targeting the right keywords. I want to see the traffic for the keywords you're targeting and the CPCs. And also make sure you're recommending me a budget.
Got it. Let me put that view together with a budget recommendation. I've put the keyword view on screen. Core terms are Insta 360 Luna Ultra, about 5,400 searches, up to $2 top of page. DJI Osmo Pocket 4, 60,500, around 20 cents to $1.24. Vlog camera, 40,500, roughly 45 cents to $1.07. I'd split ad groups into brand defense, a protected DJI competitor set, and creator or vlogging use cases. For budget, start around $1,000 a day with room to scale to $1,500 as results prove out. I'd optimize to purchase value, not visits or signups. One question, should I use the actual Google Ads account for Luna Ultra purchases or fix this one first?
We obviously are doing this as a test campaign, so use my ads account for you to set it up. Because this market already is well established, you want to make sure you're doing conquesting. Essentially, anybody looking for DJI Osmo Pocket 4 or 4P, they are not released in US. We want to kind of get that market to be converted to Insta 360. So we want to be aggressively positioning that way. I think $1,500 might be too less. We want to be more aggressive with our budget. Maybe we start off at $1,500 and then scale to higher ad spend throughout the month.
Got it. I'll rework that with your test account and a higher starting spend. Quick check. Did you mean starting at $5,000 per day for the test?
I think $1,500 per day is fine. Let's start there.
Got it. I'll adjust. I've set the US test budget to $1,500 a day, and I'm preparing a paused search build with a dedicated DJI Conquesting segment, so nothing spends until you've approved it.
Okay, how are you working with Adspire? Do you have list of keyword, list of, headlines, descriptions already figured out, ad groups? Can you share me the campaign structure when you're ready?
Sure.
Okay, guys, as you can see, it's a calling Adspire plugin. It's able to get the Google Ads schema.
Adspire built a paused US DJI Conquest test at $1,500 per day, 2 ad groups, 20 keywords, and 30 headlines with 8 descriptions. I'm checking the matches now before we move to browser review. This is a tightly controlled competitor-only setup. Ad messages emphasize 8K gimbal quality, Leica optics, AI tracking, and low light performance without suggesting a DJI tie. Keywords stay focused on DJI Pocket 4 intent and related pocket terms with negatives.
Okay, got it.
Low.
Why don't we open the Google Ads browser and show me this campaign and how it's been created?
Sure, I'll open it for you. I'm bringing up the paused campaign on Google Ads now so you can check the build directly.
Okay, it seems like Google Ads is open. Now, why don't we look for the campaign?
Checking that. The Google Ads link is triggering an account selection screen. I'm switching back to the signed in account and pulling up the paused campaign from the list.
Okay, what all things are you going to verify while you're looking for the campaign?
I'll check that now. I'll confirm the name, paused status, 1,500 daily budget, US only targeting, search only networks, bidding strategy, and spend at zero. Then I'll check each Conquest ad group for keywords and match types, negatives, landing page, ad assets, policy, and the purchase conversion.
Okay, so there is the Google Ads Luna Ultra DJI Conquest. Is that the one we just created with a budget of $1,500 a day? Why don't you do a QA of all of this?
I'll check it carefully before we touch anything. Yes, if the row says US Luna Ultra DJI Conquest test of $1,500 a day, that's the one. I'm opening it now for that manual QA. Manual QA is complete in the live Google Ads browser. Passed, right campaign, paused, search only, US targeting, 1,500 daily, zero spend, 2 ad groups, not ready to activate. Ad groups need to be disabled. Keywords are broad, not tight competitor types.
Can we look at ads? Show me the preview of ads, how they're going to look like, and then also open the keywords have you added.
Sure, I'll bring those up. I'm opening the live ads view first, then keywords, so you're seeing the actual setup, not a draft. The Google Ads tab closed again mid-check, reopening straight into the campaign's ads view.
How are the keywords and the visuals looking like? I want to see the ads. If you do the edit for the ads, I want to see all the headlines and descriptions and if you have everything correctly set up. Do you have all the site links and structured snippets attached as well?
We'll confirm all of that in the live campaign. Site links and structured snippets are not attached right now. I'm opening the ad details now so we can review every headline and description. The control tab has switched. I'm reclaiming it and continuing that review.
Why don't we ask Adspire to attach all the site links and structured snippets and everything required for us to turn this campaign on?
Sure, I'll take care of that. Here's what I'm seeing. The copy is in place and routes correctly to the Lunar Ultra product page, but assets are not attached. Each responsive search ad has 15 headlines and 4 descriptions under review. They highlight 8K, Leica sensor, zoom, AI tracking, low light, detachable screen stabilization. I'll have Adspire attach verified product, accessories, comparison and support site links, plus feature callouts, and a camera features structured snippet. The campaign stays paused until you approve. Adspire has attached 4 site links, 8 factual callouts, and a camera type snippet. All assets are verified and the campaign is still paused. Blockers to activation are keyword tightening, removing irrelevant terms, and fixing the purchase conversion setup.
Before we dive into that, I just want to make sure you're able to do a visual QA. So why don't you open each ad group and check if it's correctly set up?
I'll run that visual QA now. I'm going to check eligibility, ad coverage, keyword themes, and settings differences across both ad groups with the campaign still paused. I've visually checked both ad groups in Google Ads. They're standard search ad groups enabled under the paused campaign with 0 spend and ads still under review.
Okay, let's look at ads, not ad groups.
I'll open the ads. Do you want me to visually QA the ads for content, policy status, and landing page links while they're open?
Yeah, we need to QA the ads and preview all the ads to look correctly. And then we should also look at audiences, and then we should look at location targeting and the keywords and negative keywords. This is all the part of the visual QA you should be doing.
Got it. The tab switched again. I'm reclaiming it and moving through those checks in order. I'm on the individual ads now, one at a time. Both are enabled within the paused campaign. Point to the official Lunar Ultra page and include the intended 15 headlines and 4 descriptions with 0 delivery and ad strength still pending under review.
Can you open the ad itself? I want to see the headlines and descriptions.
Sure, I'll open those. I'm opening the responsive search ad details so the full lists are visible in Google Ads. The full headline and description editor is open and it confirms the 15 headlines or descriptions and 4 site links we added. But it also shows the ad is using the business name Adspire, while the advertiser name is unrelated. That's a blocker.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll take care of that. Like I mentioned earlier, we're just using this as a test account to prove out that we can create ads with Codex. All right, so let's go check the keywords. Open the keywords, visually check all the keywords if they're correct, if there is anything standing out which shouldn't be.
Opening that. I'm then closing the editor without saving and moving into a visual check of the keywords and negatives. The tab shifted again for navigation, so I'm reclaiming it and opening keywords from there. Keywords are now open. There are 20 enabled broad match terms. I'm flagging DJI Osmo Action Camera, generic gimbal camera terms, and older pocket queries as too loose for this test. I would not launch as is. Keep only high intent, pocket 4, and alternative terms. Tighten match types, remove the rest.
So as you guys saw in this exercise, what we have done is we actually just used Codex voice capabilities to run a full end-to-end Google Ads campaign. It was able to work with the Adspire and launch it right from there. So that's what we are able to do. But as you can see, the browser use capabilities of Codex are still not that great. I think generally, if you have like a simple Google search or kind of go to a less complicated site, it's fine. But I think navigating a Google Ads Manager site with Codex browser use capabilities or computer use capabilities, it's still not that great. I think honestly, the day I think we'll reach AGI is when a agent is able to use browser use and navigate to Google Ads and actually or Meta Ads and create a campaign, and that'll be phenomenal. Today we are not there yet, but it can do like a visual QA of few things because it's taking multiple pictures whenever it lands on a screen and it's verifying that if it's correct or not. So that's that's what we've done so far. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this fun exercise. So if you want to try it yourself, go to ChatGPT, install Codex, activate ChatGPT voice as a part of it, connect AdSpider as a plugin, and then make sure you have Google Ads account, and some of these navigations are already open. Make sure you have a brand workspace and try it out and tell me how you're able to create Google Ads without ever touching your keyboard.